massive result. It's the Kangaroos by a couple of points, and look at Shaun Higgins. He loves it. And the Kangaroos, who've been the fairy tale story of 2018.
Yeah, I tell you what, it was certainly a win for the ages, wasn't it? One that North Melbourne fans will be watching over and over again. Unfortunately for the Doggies, it's just the continuation of what's been a dog of the year. Nathan, tell us about it.
Yeah, it was a terrific game. They played a cracker last year, a 1-point thriller last year, a 2-point thriller this year. Probably one of the best games of the season. Billy Gowers is outstanding in the forward end, but not for the last minute or so. Hayden Crozier, 22 of those disposals were in the first half. McLean was good. Benny Brown kicked 5. Zeba was very good in the second half. But Shaun Higgins was the best man on the ground, and Cunnington was very good as well. As I welcome a man who saved the game not once but twice in the final minute, Majak Daw. Thanks for joining us, mate. And what a good night for the Kangaroos. Great season and a good night for you personally.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I mean, it was a gutsy win. We didn't know which way it was going to go. You know, went down right to the wire. But I suppose it was just one of those games that the fans want to come and watch, and it's good that we're on the end of it.
Well, what if we put you on a soapbox or something today, have we? You're about 7 foot tall, and Nathan and I are towering over you.
I think my chair's a bit...
Yeah, we'll fix that up.
You're looking a bit small.
Yeah, tell us about the game.
No?
It was a cracking game. And Bulldogs, when they got back Morris and Adams, they were a lot more, I guess, structured in the back end, which they were allowed to run the ball through the midfield. And they were causing North Melbourne a heap of issues. After half-time, I thought Shaun Higgins' ability to win the footy and to kick goals was outstanding. He's probably your best and fairest winner, All-Australian this year, but I thought he turned the course of the game last night.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's had a fantastic first half of the season. They came after him, at stages during the game. There's a lot of passion in it, and we looked after him. There was spitfires everywhere, but I mean, he's just one of those resilient players that can just work through it and get the job done. As
we see Toddy Goldstein running through the middle there, he had one of his best games for the year so far, and Ben Brown's little toe poke was good, but I think we've got Lordo over at the Plasma, and he's going to show some of Majak Daw's magic moments last night.
Majak, you were magic in that last quarter. I think it's your most influential quarter that I think you've ever played at AFL level, and I want to highlight that while you were here, just to show your last quarter. I think your reading of the players improved. So here's a long kick coming in. Majak here just knew to get off Cordy, just to influence the play. So 3 big marks in a row. There was one. Getting in the hole again, number 2. You're learning the game with every week that comes. Again, left your man who wasn't dangerous, number 3. That was the 3 big marks. This one, look at that, 4 points up the Western Bulldogs. They score here. He was a good player, Gowers. This one I want to show. So that spoil doesn't look much there, but you want to watch it on the replay. You have to turn at the right time. A lot of players will just give away a silly free kick. Just that turning at the right time, Majak, I thought was brilliant. You didn't play, North don't win last night, so I just want to ask you about how you have picked up the game and the nuances. A lot of people thought you wouldn't make it, and you have gone to defence and doing things like that. So I want to talk about your learnings, who's helped you, and how the defence came about for you.
I suppose having guys like Scott Thompson, Robbie Tarrant, Jamie McMillan, those guys, are pretty experienced defenders, and they've helped me in my development this year. I suppose just having that spot that I can make my own, and working with my backline coach, Josh Drummond, he's been enormous in my development this year. And having continuity with training, having a big pre-season, I think those things have helped, and that's why I'm able to come off and impact. And
so you've played forward clearly. You've also been tried in the ruck, which you do pretty well as well. But you look at home back there. What are you thinking in your mind? Because you're so good in the air, the balance between marking the footy and spoiling. How difficult is that for you?
Yeah, I suppose it's when to choose, when to spoil, and when to mark, and areas of the ground. I mean, if it's a bit higher, then I can go for my mark, and if I set up right, it's all about making early decisions to go for the marks and try to spoil. But just having the confidence in my ability, and marking is one of my strengths. So whenever I can, I try and go for my marks.
What I like, Madge, is you kept it simple. Sometimes you bite off more than you can chew and stuff it up, which you have, and that's fair. Yeah. But I reckon now you just kept it simple and you do what you have to do.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing about playing down back. You can see the game, you can see it unfolding. Brad's been pretty big on keeping it simple, preparing myself during the week, and seeing who my matchups are and who I'm going to play on. I think, just keeping it simple for me at the moment, because I've still got a long way to go in my development as a defender. But Yeah.
How did you go handling the noise around you in your career? You would have heard it. Some people say he's just not good enough. He's not going to make it. Did you hear a lot of that? And obviously at North, you played a lot of VFL football and you've had to work for this opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I don't listen to what people say. I think it's everyone and their opinions. But I guess just having the belief in myself that if I can get it right, and obviously I didn't grow up playing the game, a bit later than most players, but yeah, it was just about stringing a few pre-seasons together, having the confidence from the coach, and playing games in a row and feeling settled. So. There's still that element that I still haven't cemented my spot in the side. Still got a long year to go. Still got areas that I need to improve on, and I'm getting different matchups each week. So I'm still learning how to be a defender. So I've still got a while to go, but I think I'm on the right track.
Is this your 8th or 9th season or something?
Yeah, going to my 9th season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brad Scott, we're talking about him and having confidence in you. This was last year, Madge. Have a look at this. He's on the bench and. But this is where you've come from. Like as Lordo said, you've copped a lot of crap over the journey, and the coach has tried to work with you there and given you a few sprays. But now you're going well, mate. So I reckon it's good on you.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty big spray, wasn't it?
What did he say? Do you remember?
Yeah. Oh man, he just said to harden up. One of those lines. But Scotty's great. I mean, he can give a good spray.
It's great stuff. Let's have a look at the votes from last night. I thought Shaun Higgins was the best man on the ground, turned the game. Billy Gowers was the Bulldogs' best, Huntington through the middle, and Ben Brown to kick 5 goals, and then the soccer off the ground to set up the last one, which was the winner. He was very influential.
And you get these prizes, Madge, for coming in. You're a golfer?
Oh, no, I've got a
Like to see the
swing.
one. Callaway has gone rogue with the
How old are you?
the brand new Rogue driver. And the chrome soft gold balls. Well done, Madge, you'll love them. The Platform 28 there, dinner for 2 at Platform 28. We just missed that. Uncle Jack watches. The coolest watches available. Head to Uncle Jack watches.
No.
The tradie undies, Madge.
Not much of a tradie.
Guaranteed to be made. Tradie tough. The Bar Fridge from Bar Fridges Australia. You'll love this $300 voucher. They're the best in the business. Inter Hampers. They are Australia's largest market-leading gift hampers around. You'll love that. The Chemist Warehouse. Now, discover the new David Beckham inspired by respect at Chemist Warehouse, the real house of fragrances. You like that?
Yeah, it's pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And the Aquila shoes, mate, and clothing there. $250 voucher from our good friends from Aquila. No, good on you, mate. We love the way you're coming along, mate. And thanks for coming in. Very nice. What's on today?
We've got an Oscar clinic out in the west, so quickly race out there and get that done. But
how many? Do you get a lot of the Sudanese boys coming up and still getting autographs and photos and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, last night was the harmony game between us and the Western Bulldogs, so there was a few South Sudanese people in the stands, and it was just nice that we can get the win and probably celebrate what our club's about, a community-based club. So yeah.
Well, the hub that you've got established there at Arden Street does does terrific stuff, doesn't it? So good on you, mate. Thanks for coming in. Enjoy the Auskick. Enjoy the rest of the season.